Um, so yesterday, I went in and put in zeros for any missing work. So before I had just left it as saying missing and it wasn't being calculated into your grade. So really your grade was just your percentage that was displaying was like what you had received um, based on the work that you completed, turned in, and was graded. So the reason I was not putting the zeros is because I was like, oh, I'll just look and I'll see if they've done enough of the work to qualify for a passing grade. Apparently, that's not helpful because it's easier for you guys to see like the accurate up-to-date percentage. So that's what's up there right now. By the end of the day, I will have all of your essays graded, which is pretty much the last thing that has to go in except for a couple quick writes and your iReadies from this week. So if you have below a 40%, that is going to be considered incomplete. So if you don't want an incomplete, you need to get stuff into me by Sunday. If you do get an incomplete on the report card, then then you have till September 15th to resubmit work, and I would have to grade it and then apply for a grade change. So those are options. I wouldn't recommend waiting until September 15th because do you really want this hanging over your head all summer and into the beginning of the school year? So you need to do at least 40%. I know that's not a lot, and I know there are some of you that have done way more than that. Also, I did get confirmation that thing I was saying last week where you can request that if you have anything from an A to a B minus, you can request to have that letter grade on your report card. So if you want that, please let me know. I've gotten a request from 2D so far. So if anyone else wants the actual letter grade, I can only do it from A through B minus. But if you want that, who said that?
Landon Carpenter.
Landon Carpenter.
Me too.
Is that Sadie?
Yeah.
Let me. So 2D, Landon, Sadie. Anybody else want a letter grade instead of a P? Okay, if you talk to your parents and you change your mind, just let me know. Your percentage will still show up in Google Classroom regardless. So you'll know what you got. Okay, so we're missing a lot of people today. Yikes. Let's go ahead and read Acts 4 and 5. So this beginning of Act 4 is just Titania and Bottom like enjoying each other's company. I'd like a few pounds of grass. I'd like to munch on dry oats. I have a hankering for a bundle of hay. Because remember, he has a donkey's head. So then they fall asleep. And then Oberon is like, I'll just read this one to you. Welcome,
Robin.
What?
Am I still Robin?
Can be.
Yay.
Cool. Welcome, good Robin. Do you see this sweet sight? Now I'm starting to pity Titania for being so infatuated. I ran into her recently at the edge of the forest, looking for sweet presents for this hateful idiot. I scolded her and argued with her. She had put a wreath of fresh, fragrant flowers around his hairy forehead, and the drops of dew that lay in the center of the flowers made the flowers look like they were crying with shame to be decorating the head of that ugly jackass. When I had taunted her as much as I wanted to, and she begged me very nicely to leave her alone, I asked her for the stolen Indian child. She said yes right away and sent a fairy to bring him to my home in fairyland. And now that I have the boy, I'll undo the spell that makes her vision so disgustingly wrong. And gentle Puck, take this transformed ass's head off the head of the Athenian man, so that when he wakes up at the same time as the rest of them do, they can all go back to Athens. They'll only remember the events of tonight as a very unpleasant dream. But first, I'll release the fairy queen from her spell. Sorry, hold on one second. Be like you used to be and see like you used to see. This bud belongs to Diana, the goddess of virginity, and it has the power to undo the effects of Cupid's flower. Now, Titania, wake up, my sweet queen. So I like that he did all this just to get his way, and he successfully got his way. Like, if you were Titania waking up realizing you had been tricked, wouldn't you be mad? Like, pardon you. Does someone want to be Titania?
I will.
Okay.
Oberon, I've had such a strange dream. I dreamed I was in love with an...
Ass. You're okay. It means donkey. There's your boyfriend sleeping right over there.
How did this happen? Oh, I hate looking at his face now.
Be quiet for a while. Robin, take off his donkey head. Titania, get the fairies to play some music and make these 5 people sleep more soundly than humans have ever slept before.
Music. Play the kind of music that puts people to sleep. When you wake up, these things will get on.
Landon, no one can hear you.
Frank, I was muted. I said it though. When you wake up, see things with your own foolish eyes again.
Play the music. Take my hands, my queen, and we'll lull these people to sleep with our soft dancing. Now that you and I are friends again, we can dance for Duke Theseus tomorrow at midnight and bless his marriage and his marriage bed. These other lovers will get married alongside him, and they'll all be in high spirits.
Listen, Fairy King, I can hear the lark singing. Morning's here.
In that case, my queen, let's travel silently and solemnly across the globe to where it's still night, circling the earth faster than the moon does.
While we're walking, you can tell me how I ended up sleeping on the ground with these humans last night.
Oberon, Titania, and Robin exit. A hunting horn blows. Theseus enters with his servants, Aegeus and Hippolyta. I'll do Theseus, but I'm going to need a Hippolyta and Aegeus.
I can be someone.
Okay, do you want to be Hippolyta?
Sure.
Is there anyone that will be Aegeus? Oh, what just happened? Okay, well, we'll figure that out. One of you go find the forest ranger. Since we're done with May Day rites and it's still so early in the morning, my love will have a chance to hear the beautiful music of my hunting dogs barking as they chase their prey. Unleash the dogs in the Western Valley. Let them go. Now go find the forest ranger. My beautiful queen will go up to the mountain and listen to the hounds as their barking echoes in the cliffs and sounds like music.
I
Oh,
was with the
Maxwell.
hero.
Hercules and
I
Cadmus.
was, yeah. I was with the heroes Hercules and Cadmus once, when their Spartan hunting dogs cornered a bear. I'd never heard such impressive barking before.
Keep going.
The forest, the skies, the mountains, everything around us seemed to echo the barks of the hounds. I'd never heard such a
Ruckus.
Wow, great job.
ruckus music, such pleasant thunder.
My dogs are bred from Spartan hounds. They have the same folds of flesh around their mouths, the same sandy colored fur, and hanging ears that brush the morning dew off the grass. They have crooked knees and folds of skin under their necks, just like the Spartan hounds. They're not very fast in the chase, but their barking sounds like bells ringing. Each bark is perfectly in tune with the others, like notes on a scale. No one anywhere has ever gone hunting with more musical pack of dogs. Judge for yourself when you hear them. But wait a minute, who are these women? Um,
Wives.
Tootie, will you be a GS?
Please, my lord. Please.
Okay, Landon,
My
will you?
lord,
Oh, go ahead, Tootie.
my lord, that's my daughter asleep over there on the ground there. And this is Lysander here. And this is Demetrius. And this is Helena, old Niter's daughter. I don't understand why they're all here together.
They probably woke up early to celebrate May Day and came here for my celebration when they heard I'd be here. But tell me, Aegeus, isn't today the day when Hermia has to tell us her decision about whether she'll marry Demetrius?
It is, my lord.
Go tell the hunters to blow their horns and wake them up. Someone shouts off stage, horns are blown, Lysander, Demetrius, Helena, and Hermia wake up. Good morning, my friends. Valentine's Day is over. Are you lovebirds only starting to pair up now? They all kneel. Let's see. Abdu, will you be Lysander?
Yeah, sure.
Brilliant. Landon, can you be Demetrius?
Huh?
Can you be Demetrius?
Oh, yeah.
Nora,
I'm
can you
used to
be Hermia?
Do I go?
No, we're gonna start with Lysander. I'll figure out the girls later.
Forgive us, my lord.
Please, all of you, stand up. I know you two are enemies. Has the world really become so gentle and peaceful that these people who hate each other have started to trust each other and sleep beside each other without being afraid?
My lord, what I say may be a little confused. Since I'm half asleep and half awake, I swear at the moment I really couldn't tell you how I ended up here. But I think I want to tell you the truth. And now that I think about it, I think that this is true. I came here with Hermia. We were planning to leave Athens to escape the Athenian law. And
Enough,
Aegeus.
enough, my lord. You've heard enough evidence. I insist that the law punish him. They were going to run away. Demetrius, they were running away to defeat us, robbing you of your wife and me of my fatherly right to decide who my son-in-law will be.
My lord, the beautiful Helena told me about their secret plan to escape into this forest. I was furious and followed them here.
Keep going. And then where'd you go?
Dang it, I was muted again. And the lovely Helena was so in love with me that she followed me.
This is still you.
I'm not sure how it happened, but somehow something made my love for Hermia melt away like snow. My past love for Hermia now seems like a memory of some cheap toy I used to love as a child. Now the only person I love and believe in and want to look at is Helena. I was engaged to her before I ever met Hermia. Then I hated her for a time, as a sick person hates the food he usually loves. But now I have a natural taste back, like a sick person when he recovers. Now I want Helena. I love her. I long for her. And I always be true to her.
You pretty lovers are lucky you met me here. We'll talk more about this later, Aegeus. I'm overriding your wishes. These couples will be married along with me and Hippolyta in the temple later today. And now, since the morning is almost over, we'll give up on the idea of hunting. Come with us to Athens. Three couples will celebrate with a sumptuous feast. Come, Hippolyta. Demetrius.
What exactly just happened? The events of last night seem small and hard to see clearly, like far off mountains that look like clouds in the distance.
Can somebody be Hermia and someone be Helena? Go ahead, Alexis.
Yes, it's like my eyes are out of focus and I'm seeing everything double.
This is still, whoops, that's Helena. Let me go back. Me too. I won Demetrius so easily, as if he were a precious diamond I just found lying around. It's mine because I found it, but I feel like someone else could easily come and claim it was hers.
Sure, we're awake. It seems to me like we're still sleeping, still dreaming. You remember seeing the Duke here? Did he tell us to follow him?
Yes, he did. And my father was here too.
And Hippolyta.
And he told us to follow him to the temple.
Well, then we're awake. Let's follow him. We can tell one another our dreams along the way.
Lysander, Demetrius, Helena, and Hermia exit. Bottom, waking up. Tell me when my cue comes, and I'll say my line. My next cue is, most handsome Pyramus. Hey, Peter Quince? Flute, the bellows repairman? Snout, the handyman? Starveling? My God, they've all run away and left me sleeping here. What a weird dream I had. Can't even describe such a weird dream. You would be an ass if you even tried to explain it. I thought I was... No, nobody can even describe what I was. I thought I had... But a person would be an idiot to try to say what I thought I had. No eyes has ever heard, no ear has ever seen, no hand has tasted, or tongue felt, or heart described what my dream was like. I'll get Peter Quince to write this dream down as a ballad. I'll call it Bottom's Dream, because it's so deep that it has no bottom. And I'll sing it for the Duke in the intermission of a play. Or maybe, to make it even more lovely, I'll sing it when the heroine dies. He is ridiculous. Okay, now I need a quince, a flute, a snout, a starveling, and I can be bottom.
Can I be Quince?
Yes.
Can I be Flount?
You can
I
be
can be
snout.
starveling.
You can be starveling. I need a flute.
Wait, that's what I meant to be, Flute.
Okay, then I need a snout.
I'll be Snout.
Brilliant.
Have you sent anyone to Bottom's house? Has he come home yet?
No one's heard from him. I'm sure he's been kidnapped.
If he doesn't show up to the play is ruined. Won't won't
It
won't
won't.
will it? It won't go on, will it?
No, it would be impossible. He's the only person in Athens who can play pyramid.
You mean a proud?
Whoa, you're right here, Chica.
Oh, definitely. He's quick,
Simply
quiet, simply smartest working man in Astonius.
Athens.
Yes, and the best looking too. And his voice is the
Paramore.
paramour of sweetness.
You mean paramour? A paramour is something bad.
So you mean paragon? A paramour is something bad. A paramour is like your secret lover. I also need a snug.
Very snug.
Brilliant.
Leave me
The Duke,
alone.
the Duke's leaving the temple. 2 or 3 more lords and ladies have been married. Have been married too. If we'd been able to put on our play, we would have had it made.
Oh, that great funny guy, Bottom. He would have gotten a pension of 6
Pence.
pence a day for his whole life. 6 pence a day
Would have.
would have been forced on him. I'll be
Darn, damned, whatever.
damned if the Duke wouldn't have given him 6 pints a day for playing Parmius.
Pyramus. Yeah, so he's saying I bet he would have gotten paid. This is still you, Victoria.
And he would have deserved it too. Premiers worth 6 pints a day or worth nothing.
A pension of 6 pence a day would have been a lot of money for a working class man, so this is kind of a big deal. Bottom enters. Where are my guys? Where are my good fellows?
Bottom. Oh, how wonderful to see you. Oh, what a relief.
My friends, I've got some amazing things to tell you, but don't ask me to tell you what. I swear by my Athenian citizenship that I won't tell you anything. I'll tell you everything, exactly how it happened.
Tell us, Bottom.
No, you won't get a word out of me. All I'll tell you is the Duke has had dinner already. Now it's time to get your costumes together, find some good strings for tying on your false beards, and grab new ribbons to decorate your shoes. Meet me at the palace as soon as possible. Look over your lines again. Our play is going to be performed for the Duke. So make sure Thisby's wearing clean underwear, and make sure whoever's playing the lion doesn't cut his nails because he needs them long to look like lion's claws. And no one eat any onions or garlic. If we have sweet smelling breath, I'm sure they'll say it's a sweet play. Now, no more talking. Get busy. Go. He is so weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so those of you that were just doing quince, flute, snout, snug, and starveling, stay those people, please. But I do need a Hippolyta. Theseus, Hippolyta, and Philostrate and are with a number of lords and servants. Tootie, can you be Hippolyta?
Yeah.
Okay.
These lovers are saying some strange thing to Theseus.
Yes, strange and totally made up too. I'll never believe any of these old legends or fairy tales. Lovers and madmen hallucinate about things sane people just can't understand. Lunatics, lovers, and poets are all ruled by their overactive imaginations. Some people think they see devils and monsters everywhere, and they're lunatics. Lovers are just as crazy, and think a dark-skinned gypsy is the most gorgeous woman in the world. Poets are always looking around like they're having a fit, confusing the mundane with the otherworldly, and describing things in their writing that simply doesn't exist. All these people have such strong imaginations when they feel happy, they assume a god or some other supernatural being is bringing that happiness to them. Or if they're afraid of something at night, they look at the shrubbery and imagine it's a wild bear. Tootie.
But the story that these lovers are telling, and the fact that they all saw and heard exactly the same thing, makes me think there's more going on here than imaginary fantasies. Their story is bizarre and astounding, but it's solid and consistent.
Here come the lovers, laughing happily. I wish you joy, my friends. I hope the days are full of joy for you. Lysander, whoever was Lysander, can you just do it again? I don't know who.
We
I don't know.
wish you even more joy and hope joy comes to you in your royal walks at your table and in your royal bed.
Now, what kind of entertainment do we have to fill up the long 3 hours between dinner and bedtime? Where is our entertainment director? What performances have been prepared? Aren't there any plays for us to enjoy while we wait and torture for bedtime to come? Let me see Philostrate. Here I am, Theseus. Tell us what entertainment you've prepared for the evening. Which plays, what music? How will we pass the time without some entertainment? Here's a list of the acts that have been prepared. Choose which one you want to see first. The battle between Hercules and the centaurs to be sung by an Athenian eunuch accompanied by a harp. No, we won't see that. I've already told that story to Hippolyta while praising my cousin Hercules. What else? The riot of the drunk Bacchanals who ripped the singer Orpheus to shreds. That's an old show, and I saw it the last time I came back from conquering Thebes. The nine muses mourning the death of a learning and scholarship. That's some sharp critical satire, and it's not appropriate for a wedding. A tedious short drama about young Pyramus and his love Thisbe, a very sad and tragic comedy. A sad comedy? Short, but still tedious. That's like ice hot and strange snow. How can this drama be so many contradictory things? It's a play about 10 words long, which is the shortest play I've ever heard of. But in my opinion, it's about 10 words too long. That's why it's tedious. In the entire play, not one word is well written, and not one of the actors is right for his part. It's tragic because Pyramus kills himself. I have to admit, when I saw his suicide during rehearsal, I had tears in my eyes, but they were tears of laughter. Who are the actors? Rough workmen from Athens who've never spent much time thinking. Now they've worn out their out of shape brains to put on this play for your wedding. So let's see it. No, my noble lord, this play isn't right for you. I've seen the whole thing and it's completely worthless. Unless you think their bad acting and their misremembered lines, which they memorize so painfully, are funny. I'll watch this play. Nothing can really be bad when it's created by a simple people who try hard. Come, come on, bring them in and sit down, ladies. Who's Hippolyta?
I don't like seeing poor people overburdened or looking bad when they're trying to do something good.
You won't see anything like that, sweetheart.
He just said that they're no good at acting.
Then we're even kinder people for thanking them for something they're not good at. We'll entertain ourselves by accepting their mistakes. When poor, dutiful people can't do certain things well, generous people can consider the effort they put into it rather than the effect that they produce. In my travels, great scholars have come up to me, meaning to greet me with well-rehearsed welcoming speeches, and I have seen them tremble and turn pale and pause inappropriately in the middle of their sentences, and botch their well-rehearsed tones of voice because they're so nervous, and then break off abruptly at the end, without welcoming me in. Trust me, my sweet, I figure out that they were trying to welcome me, even though they were silent. And that message was as clear from someone who was modest and nervously dutiful as it was from someone who was loud and audacious and eloquent. Therefore, love and tongue-tied simplicity can say the most even when they're saying the least, in my opinion. Your Grace, the person who is going to deliver the prologue is ready. Let him come forward. So prologue is Peter Quince.
If we happen to offend you, it's because we want to. We don't want you to think we came here to offend you, except that we want to offend you with our good intention. Our plan to show off our little bit of talent will wind up getting us executed. Please keep in mind we're only here out of spite. We don't come here with the intention of making you happy. We're absolutely not here to delight you. The actors are ready to come out and make you sorry. By watching the show, you'll find out everything you're likely to know.
Okay, so this is a little note. If Peter Quince had read this speech with the proper pronunciation, it would mean, if we happen to offend you, we hope you know that we didn't come here intending to offend you, but with the good intentions of showing off our little bit of skill. That's all we want to do. Please keep in mind that we came here only to please you. Our true intentions is to delight you. We didn't come here to make you sorry. The actors are ready. But if you really listen to this, if we happen to offend you, it's because we want to. Okay. We don't want you to think we came here to offend you, except that we want to offend you. Okay. Please keep in mind, we're only here out of spite. Do you guys know what spite is?
Yep.
Anyone else know what spite is? It's like when you're
It's
being
like,
petty
or bitter.
or bitter. Yeah, so like it's negative. Like we only came here because we're mad. Like he's just not using the right words. We don't come here with the intention of making you happy. We're absolutely not here to delight you. The actors are ready to come out and make you sorry by watching their show. Pal, what? This guy doesn't pay much attention to punctuation. Lysander? Abdu, are you Lysander?
He rode that prologue like a wild horse. He didn't know how to stop it. The moral of this story is that it's not enough to speak. You have to speak dramatically.
Grammatically. So he did not put the commas and the periods in the right place. So he kind of just rushed through it really fast. Because it should say, if we happen to offend you, we hope you know that we didn't come here intending to offend you. But instead, it's, if we happen to offend you, it's because we want to. We don't want you to think we came here to offend you, except that we want to offend you with our good intentions. So he just totally messed up all the grammar in this, and it made it really ridiculous.
Yes, he performed his prologue like a child, plays a recorder. He can't make sounds. but they're out of control.
So think of third graders when they play the recorder and it's just like, "Bah." His speech was like a tangled chain. It went on and was a total mess. Who's next? So bottom enters as Pyramus with flute and Thisbe, snout as wall, starveling as moonshine, and snug as lion. So if you are flute, you really are going to be Thisbe. Snout, you are now wall. Starveling, you are moonshine, and snug, you are lion. Prologue, Peter Quince.
Ladies and gentlemen, perhaps you are wondering what is going on. We'll keep wondering until the truth makes everything clear. This man is Pyramus. If you want to know, this beautiful lady is definitely Thisbe. This man with the limestone and cement is portraying wall, that horrible wall that keeps these lovers apart. They are content to whisper through wall's little hole. The poor souls, and no one should be surprised. This man with his lantern, dog, and thorn bush portrays moonshine because if you want to know, the lovers were not ashamed to meet each other by moonshine. At
Ninus's
Sinus's tomb in order to carry out their courtship. This
Grizzly,
which is called Lion, scared away, or rather frightened, the faithful Thisbe. When she arrived at the meeting place at night, as she ran away from him, she dropped her cloak, which the horrible lion stained with his bloody mouth. Soon Pyramus comes along, a tall and handsome young man, and finds his faithful Thisbe's cloak to be dead. At this point, he takes his sword, his bloody, blade-full blade, and bravely breaks open his boiling, bloody breast.
so he stabs himself in the chest.
And Thisbe, hiding in the shade of the mulberry bushes, took his dagger and killed herself. For the rest of the story, let Lion, Moonshine's Wall, and the two lovers talk more about it. They're standing here.
So he just explained the whole play. I wonder if the lion's going to talk. Who is Demetrius? Was that Landon?
It would surprise me, my lord, if these asses can speak. A lion should be able to.
Okay, prologue, Thisbe, Lion, and Moonshine exit. Wall, played by Snout, whoever Snout is. Anybody? Was somebody Snout?
I don't know.
Okay. I'll do it. At this point, I, Snout, play a wall. But not just any wall. I want you to understand that I am pretending to be a kind of wall that has a hole in it. The lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, often whispered through very secretly through this hole. This clay, the cement, and this stone that I'm carrying around to show that I'm wall, it's the truth. And this crack, right side and left side, through which the frightened lovers will be whispering. I like that they think there's like, they're just so ridiculous. Can you imagine cement and stone talking better? Landon.
It's the smartest
Partition.
partition I've ever heard. Speak, my lord.
Pyramus is coming up to the wall. Be quiet. Oh, grim-looking night! Oh, night that is so black in color! Oh, night which is always there when it is not day! Oh, night! Oh, night! Oh, sad, sad, sad. I am afraid my Thisbe has forgotten my promise, and you, oh wall, oh sweet, lovely wall, you stand between her father's property and mine. You wall, oh sweet and lovely wall, show me your hole to stick my eye up against. Thank you. You're such a polite wall. God bless you for doing it. But what? This I see. I don't see any Thisbe. Oh, wicked wall, through which I don't see any happiness. Damn your stones for disappointing me like this. Since the wall is conscious, it should curse back at him.
I'll be bottom. No, actually, sir, he shouldn't say anything. It's not his turn. It's Disney. Disappointing me like this is Disney's too.
You are the worst. Disappointing me like this is Thisbe's cue. She's supposed to enter now, and I'll see her through the wall. You'll see. It'll happen exactly like I say. Here she comes. So, flute, whoever was playing flute, this is you. Victoria. Victoria. Okay, we're just not paying attention. Oh, wall, you've often heard me moaning because you keep me separated from my handsome pyramid. My cherry lips have often kissed your bricks, which are stuck together with cement. I see a voice. I'll go to the hole to see if I can hear my Thisbe's face. What? Thisbe? You are my love. My love, I think.
This man's got to be on something.
I'm your love no matter what you think, and I'm still faithful to you, just like the famous Lymander. And I'll be as faithful to you as Helen of Troy until the day I die. Okay, wait a second. Helen of Troy was super unfaithful. She literally started the Trojan War because she left her husband for someone else.
Big oof.
So I'll be as faithful to you as Helen of Troy.
And that, folks, is how you figure out that it was not a good relationship.
Not
Wait
even
a
if
minute.
Shalaphus was as faithful to his lover Procrus as I am to you. Me too. I am as faithful as Shalaphus to Procrus. I don't know. They clearly are just not saying the right name. Oh, kiss me through the hole in this nasty wall. But I'm only kissing the wall's hole, not your lips at all. Will you meet me right away at Minnie's grave? Neither death nor life will stop me from coming. Who was Wall? Or was I Wall? Am I just everything?
Yep.
Can I be Wall?
Yes.
I, Wall, have done my part. Now that I'm done, Wall can go away.
These lovers should have waited around a little longer. The wall between them is down now.
My question is, who's the smart one in the relationship? What can you do? That's what happens with talking walls.
Hippolyta? Is that Tootie?
Yeah. This is the silliest thing I've ever seen.
The best plays are still only illusions, and the worst are just as good if you use your imagination to fill them in.
In that case, it's your imagination that's interesting, not the play.
If we imagine these guys as they imagine themselves, then they're first-class actors. Look, here come two noble animals, a man and a lion.
Ladies whose gentle hearts make you afraid of the smallest monstrous mouse that crawled around on the floor might quake and tremble now when the wild lion roars in the most violent rage. You should know that I, Snug the carpenter, am not a fierce lion or a lioness, because if I were a lion and I showed up here to cause trouble, I'd be taking my life in my hands.
Ah, it's a sensitive animal with a good conscience.
He's the best actor I've ever seen play a lion.
Lysander.
He's as brave as a fox.
True, and as wise as a goose.
Oh, that's not true, my lord. He's not brave enough to be wise.
He's not wise enough to be brave. Anyway, he is what he is. Let's listen to the moon. So Moonshine is starveling.
Me. This lantern represents the horned moon.
You should have. Oh, whoops, Demetrius, that's you.
He should have worn the horns on his head.
He's not a crescent moon, so his horns must be invisible inside the circle.
This lantern represents the moon. I, myself, am playing the man in the moon.
Well, then that's the biggest mistake of all. The man should be inside the lantern. How else is he the man in the moon?
He can't go in there because of the candle. It's too hot.
Tootie.
I'm tired of this moon. I wish he'd wax or wane off the stage.
Seems like he's waning, but out of politeness, we'll have to wait and see.
Go ahead, Moon.
All I wanted to tell you is that the lantern is the moon. I'm the man in the moon. This thorn bush is my thorn bush, and this dog is my dog.
Well, all these should be in the lantern because they're all in the moon, but be quite quiet. Here comes Thisbe.
This is old Minnie's tomb, but where is my love?
Hey!
What lion is like, hey?
Good morning, lion.
See the first part.
No, you're fine. I was laughing at the line. It was funny. Good running, Thisbe.
Good shining moon. Really, the moon shines very well.
Lion shakes Thisbe's cloak around and stains it with blood. That's good. Lion, shake it around like a cat with a mouse. Oh my god. Okay, so just why did Ryan buy a meat the size of our baby?
Baby's gotta get his nutrients.
These are facts. Pyramus enters. Demetrius.
And then Pyramus showed up.
Lion exits.
So the lion disappeared?
Yep. Sweet moon, I thank you for your sunny beams. Yeah, that makes sense. I thank you, moon, for shining now so bright, because the light of your gracious golden glittering gleams. I hope to be able to see my faithful Thisbe. But wait! Oh no! But look, poor me! What a terrible tragedy is here! Eyes! Do you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty duck! Oh dear! Your cloak is so good! What? Stained with blood? Come, terrible furies, and punish whoever has hurt her. Oh, fate! Come and cut the thread of my life. Conquer, crush, conclude, and kill.
Oof.
You could get sad watching this actor's passionate lament. If you're if one of your good friends happens to die right at the same time.
Damned if I don't feel sorry for him.
Oh, Mother Nature, why did you create lions? A mean, awful lion has deflowered my darling, who is, no, who was the most beautiful lady who ever lived, or loved, or looked, liked, or looked. Come on, tears, pour over me. Come out, sword, and wound Pyramus right in the chest. Yes, right here on the left side where his heart is.
The one that I could see her voice and hear her face.
Yeah. And so I am dying. Here I go. Here I go. Okay. Now I'm dead. My soul is led to the sky. My tongue shall see no more. It's time for the moon to go away. Now I die, 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 die.
Pyramus died. Someone throwing dice. I guess it's die, not dice, since there's only one of him.
Actually, he's a die with no dots. Since he's nothing, he's dead.
With the doctor's help, he might recover and become an ass again.
If Moonshine's gone before Thisbe comes back, how will she be able to see in the dark to find her lover dead?
She'll see him by starlight. Here she comes. Her moaning and groaning will end the play.
I don't think a ridiculous pyramid like that one deserves much moaning. I hope she keeps it short.
I can't decide whether Pyramus or Thisbe is better. God help us if he's a better man, but God help us if she's a better woman.
Look, she spotted him with those sweet eyes of hers.
And now she'll start moaning, of course.
Are you asleep, my love? What are you dead, my dove? Oh, Pyramus, get up! Speak! Speak! Can't you talk? Dead? Dead? The dirt of a grave must cover your sweet eyes, your lily white lips, your cherry red nose, and your buttercup yellow cheeks are gone. Gone forever. Lovers moan and weep. His eyes were as green as leeks. Oh, fate, come to me with hands as pale as milk. Soak your hands in blood and gore, since you have cut the thread of his life with scissors. Tongue, do not speak. Come, trusty sword, come, blade, drench my breast with blood. Goodbye, friend. This is how Thisbe comes to an end. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Why do they talk to
Lion are left to bury the dead.
Yes, and a wall too.
I think we're almost done, you guys. Yeah. No, I assure you, the wall that kept their fathers apart has been taken down. Would you like to see the epilogue or hear a country dance between the two of us? No epilogue, please. Your play doesn't need to be excused afterward with an epilogue. Never apologize when the actors are all dead. No one can be blamed. As a matter of fact, if the playwright had played Pyramus and hanged himself with Thisbius's belt, it would have been a very good tragedy. It's a good tragedy, very well done. But come on, let's see your dance. Forget the epilogue. The clock has chimed midnight. Lovers, it's time to go to bed. It's almost fairy time. I'm afraid we're going to oversleep in the morning as late as we've stayed up tonight. This blatantly stupid play has helped us kill the time until bed. Dear friends, let's go to bed. We'll continue the celebration for 2 weeks with nightly parties and new fun. So then they go to bed. And Robin says some stuff. And Titania and Oberon make up. And they like bless the marriages and then they're done. This is the little speech at the end for Robin. If we actors have offended you, just think of it this way, and everything will be all right. You were asleep when you saw these visions, and this silly and pathetic story was no more than a real dream. Ladies and gentlemen, don't get upset with me. If you forgive us, we'll make everything all right. I'm an honest Puck, and I swear that if we're lucky enough not to get hissed at, we'll make it up to you soon. If not, then I'm a liar. So good night to everyone. Give me some applause. If we're friends, Robin will make everything up to you. The end.
Why are these people like, Robin will make it up to you, but it's Robin speaking? It's like the Hulk. Like, Hulk's going to bed now. Like,
Yeah. Like speaking in the third person. Yeah. Exactly. Okay, that's it. We finished our play.
Yay.
Hooray!
So
This is a cool play.
we will meet again Wednesday morning because there's no Monday is Memorial Day. And we'll just meet to say goodbye, pretty much. So there's that. Please look for a message from Madam Corbin about picking up your stuff. If you borrowed Chromebooks or you have instruments that need to be returned or like from band or for ukuleles, please return those when you come pick up your stuff. Alexis, did you have a question?
No.
Okay. Abdu?
No, we don't
She's
have
mad at
class
me.
on Monday.
We don't have class on Monday because it's Memorial Day. This is our
But
last
what about the
official
other
like
classes?
class. No classes on Monday.
Okay.
So we'll have class on Wednesday next week just to say goodbye. I'm gonna try to plan something that we do that's fun. And then we can say goodbye to each other.
Sadie's mad, so she's not gonna talk.
Sadie's mad. Okay.
Yeah, I may or may not have thrown a ball at her head.
Oh, may or may not have.
Yeah, during class.
Mm. 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 Any questions, comments, concerns? Please look at your grades, and if you are below a 40%, you really need to pick it up.
That is below. That is failure.
If a 48% is that lower than a 40?
No, it is not.
Okay.
But check back tomorrow morning because I'm grading essays today.
Isn't anything under 50% a fail?
Yes, but for the incomplete for this quarter, I was told it's 40% or lower.
Okay.
Okay, guys, that's all I got for you.